Um, in other news, kind of, I would consider it a little more juicy than anything else. You were watching Rizzo's stream yesterday, so it would have been Sunday.
Don't tell people that I watch other Rocket League streamers.
Well, I mean, we all do. It's okay.
I know. I do like Rizzo.
Rizzo he's a great content creator. He's a great person. But you caught a clip of him. Yeah, I gotta try, right? Like, hopefully one day he'll talk to me. But you got a clip of him talking about the reasons that certain orgs came back to RLCS, notably Cloud9, the Sidemen. Those orgs are back. They weren't back for a while. And we'll go ahead and play that clip right now.
I saw an A-Shot stream where he said he wants to join Rocket League, but he needs franchising, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that a while ago, too. A lot of the orgs wanted franchising. And to be fair, C9 and TSM wanted franchising as well, but then they were paid for the Esports World Cup or whatever, so now they're back. So there's always a circumstance that can bring them back or bring them to Rocket League.
So as you heard there, Rizzo talking about Nadeshot not joining RLCS because there's no franchising. Orgs wanted franchising. We all knew that is why Cloud9 had left. And now all of a sudden Cloud9 comes back. But there wasn't any clear reason as to why Cloud9 came back. And it's something that he says in that clip right there of they have, or it's not that clip. There was another one that you had found where they talk about they have Esports World Cup, so EWC money. And you and I have now started looking into this, like, what did EWC money mean? And what did you find?
Man, I found a lot. It didn't take a long time to do the research, but when you say the words Esports World Cup, you go, wait a second, is that something I should have heard about before? And you start digging into it a little bit, you realize that it's just Gamers 8 rebranded, which was Gamers Without Borders rebranded, which was the Saudi government's, or just Saudi in general, depending on how you look at it, their play into creating this huge, gigantic esports tournament, for lack of a better word, and creating this whole esports like atmosphere. And they want to be the top of it, right? They want to own it. They want to be the go-to in it. And what they did is they're paying organizations who meet a certain criteria. I think there's 30 of them that they've decided on, 6 figures a year in order to meet a certain threshold of viewerships or fan involvement or making of tournaments or whatever, holding them to a standard and then paying them to do those things. So when they see that Rocket League is in that Esports World Cup, I think some of these orgs came back and said, let's get a team in there because we want to be a part of that. We want to make sure that we're getting as many points as we can throughout the whole tournament, because it's a multi-game tournament, all these things. So it's flooding money into esports by giving money to the orgs who are paying the players in these games that are essentially we've been trying to spin our wheels. We've been talking about this for years and how to make them profitable or get the revenue that they need and all of those things. And here's someone willing to throw them a life preserver of sorts and say, come do this, we'll give you money, and there will be more money in it if you continue to do it. And there'll be tournaments for your players and all this stuff. It's a great play for, I don't know yet, right? Like I think that's the biggest thing. Like, who's going to benefit from this the most? Is it the players because they get some money? Is it the orgs because they get to be a part of it and get some money? Or is it Saudi and the prince and the government and all those guys who eventually have this plan to be the center of esports world? So a lot to unpack there.
Oh, there's a lot to unpack.